dejado en el anterior episodio, lo hemos dejado justamente aquí. Voy a dejar la trama, estamos grabando el siguiente directamente. O sea, estoy haciendo 2 vídeos seguidos para así que no se pierda nada. Nos pregunta de cómo estamos. Vamos a decir que
I just need some time to let this cipher do its thing.
I might be able to help you. I am an expert on the Protheans. If I join my consciousness to yours, maybe we can make some sense of it.
Do it. Hurry. We don't have much time.
Relax, Commander. Embrace eternity. Incredible. All this time, all my research, yet I never dreamed. I am sorry. The images were so vivid. I never imagined the experience would be so intense. You are remarkably strong-willed, Commander. What you have been through, what you have seen, would have destroyed a lesser mind.
Come on, get to the point. What did you see?
The beacon on Eden Prime must have been badly damaged. Large parts of the vision are missing. The data transferred into the commander's mind is incomplete.
You sure you didn't come across any kind of clue or hint? Something we might have missed?
Everything I saw you already know. You were right about the Reapers. The Protheans were destroyed by a race of sentient machines. I think it is obvious there is a connection between the Reapers, the Prothean extinction, and the Conduit. But I did not see anything that would help us find it.
What's our next move?
I was able to interpret the data relayed through your vision. What was there, at least. But something was missing. Saren must have the missing information. Maybe he found another beacon. If we can find the missing data from your vision, I can... Oh. I am sorry. The joining is exhausting. I should go to the medical bay and lie down for a moment.
We're done here. Dismissed.
I've sent off the Pharos report, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
Commander, Exogeny should have told us about the Thorian. It would have made your job much easier.
You might have been able to capture it for study instead of destroying it.
Exogeny tried to study it. Look how that turned out.
Perhaps it's for the best, then. At least the colony was saved.
Of course it was saved. Shepard would go to any lengths to help a human colony.
Being human had nothing to do with it. They were in trouble.
Admirable. But sometimes Spectres have to make sacrifices. I hope you're willing to do that when the time comes.
Goodbye, Commander. We will be waiting for your next report.
Están empezando a cabrear, algunos. Bueno, uno más que otro. Sobre todo el larguilucho. Se me olvidó hasta el nombre. El de la raza de Garros. Porque está un poquito tontito, O sea, bueno, se lo explico yo de cosas. Vamos a hacer un poquito, vamos a hablar con la peña de aquí. A lo mejor tiene algo que decirnos. Aquí tenemos la taquilla. Siempre hay algo. A ver qué nos dice la doctora.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
No.
I should go.
No,
Goodbye, Commander.
Chavala esta y nos dice algo.
Commander, are you coming to check up on me?
You look much better. How are you feeling?
Dr. Chakwas assures me I am going to be fine. I was impressed with her knowledge of Asari physiology.
You're in good hands. Dr. Chakwas knows what she's doing.
I get the feeling you want to ask me something, Commander.
Tell me about yourself, Liara.
Me? I am afraid I am not very interesting, Commander. I spend most of my time on remote digs, unearthing mundane items buried in long-forgotten Prothean ruins.
You must enjoy something about it.
I love my work. Seeking out history's lost secrets has a special appeal for me. You were actually touched by working Prothean technology. That is why I find you so fascinating, Commander.
Fue tocando tecnología.
Sounds like you want to dissect me in a lab
Increíble
somewhere.
de lo que-
What? No, I did not mean to insinuate. I never meant to offend you, Shepard. I only meant that you would be an interesting specimen for an in-depth study. No, that's even worse.
Calm down, Liara. I was only joking.
Joking? Oh, by the goddess, how could I be so dense? You must think I am a complete and utter fool.
Bastante.
Now you know why I prefer to spend my time in the field with data disks and computers. I always seem to say something embarrassing around other people. Please, just pretend this conversation never happened.
I should go.
Goodbye, Shepard.
Vamos a seguir haciendo la ronda. El pavo este no sé si hablar o no. Es que no sé, es que no... Es lo mítico. Este no me importa nada. Oh, tranquilo, no hace falta, que te pongas a trabajar cuando estoy mirando. Pensamos que no hacen nada. Es lo mítico,
Anything you need, Commander?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I'm glad there aren't many aliens like the Thorian. I don't think my stomach could take it. One of my cousins has an agribusiness. I was thinking of calling him. Maybe he can get some shipments into Pharaohs. I mean, now that they're cut off from the company.
We'll talk another
Commander?
time.
No dice mucho más. Es que no aporta nada, es que no, ni siquiera trabaja. Es cuando te miramos, cuando empieza a trabajar este hombre. Es que ya no lo conocemos. Entonces el mago viene el jefe, ay, venga, ahí te pones a trabajar. Encima. Vamos a hablar con Garrus, a ver qué hace.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything...
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
So what was it?
Both, actually. But it took us a while to figure that out.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Solarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Good thinking. Lackeys are always easier to scare.
Exactly. Though in this case it paid off in a different way. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body, some of them fresh. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs, but they wouldn't listen.
Claro, es que en verdad.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
I suppose I can see both sides. But what's done is done.
I suppose. Can't waste too much time worrying about it now. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
O sea, nos ha dado una misión básicamente de un cirujano que básicamente cultiva órganos dentro de tu interior. O sea, te hace tener un tercer riñón, ¿no? O algo así, o te extrae el tuyo y te hace crecer otro y pagas por él, básicamente. Perfecto. Vamos a mejorar un poquito la mierda que tengamos, porque estos tienen que tener armas de mierda. No, bueno, al menos al tío se ocurre, no pasa. Cada uno que gana dinero con la vida, no me mete. Esto mismo vamos a poner mejor a cada uno que más bueno. A ver qué pillamos, total. Venga, cuando quieren, no sé. Esto vamos a hacer esto. Ya tenemos. Es que Alcadia en este paso de mejorarlo, es que no hace nada. O sea, para eso me pongo cualquier otro. Y a ti tengo más de estas. Escudo, bueno. Incluso yo me tendría que poner una de escudo.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Your sister, I assume?
Until I get home and kill her. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Liara? Why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
Mira, esto. ¿Qué pasa?
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her?
No.
Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Ay, fuck. Puta mierda, tío. No quería hablar con esto.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially.
Ay,
With
de
Dad
verdad,
on
me
duty
tienen que
so much,
cargar.
I had to help Mom raise them.
Vale, es que he hecho una mala mierda esta.
Next, you'll tell me you all ran across green fields singing show tunes.
Don't knock show tunes. I might have to take exception. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Bueno, en fin, debo ver un poco lo que conteste porque voy a cargar, o sea.
Sounds like your father wasn't
Dad
around.
always wanted to serve in space, but I
Vamos a soltar
cannot.
un poquito. Es que...
I didn't know you. Does he still?
So behave.
Es que no...
That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in. I should get back to my duty. Looking forward.
A ver, espérate. Hostia, qué paja, colega. Claro, es que no he guardado antes.
Shit, Skipper.
Qué paja, colega, tío.
Commander?
What's your opinion on the last
Gotta
mission?
admire those. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
We'll talk later. Will.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
Si salgo del juego y vuelvo a entrar... Es que no... No quería la mierda esta, tío. Vaya tabula le he dado sin querer. Creo que esa era importante, creo. Porque está celosísima, ¿verdad? Está celosísima. Y tampoco, o sea, no mucho. Porque llevamos solo 2 veces, ¿no? Y ya está. Me he preguntado qué tal está. De la cabeza. Espero que no se haya guardado la conversación con esta, tío. Vale, perfecto, 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 perfecto. 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 Nada, simplemente salto un poco conversaciones y ya está. O sea, no me preocupéis. Salto un poquito, si queréis avanzar un poquito el vídeo, podéis, ya lo podéis hacer. Ven, voy a intentar responder lo mismo.
Commander, are you coming to check up?
You look
Dr.
better.
Chakwas assures me I am going to be.
You're in good hands.
I get the feeling you want me. I am afraid
You must.
you were actually touched by. I only meant that you would be an. Now you know. Please, just pretend. Goodbye, Shepard.
Otro WhatsApp que me han mandado aquí. Vale. Si puedo edito esta puta mierda. Lo malo es que claro, los episodios largos no puedo. Bueno, sí que puedo, pero es coña. Venga, a ver. Vamos con este. Que nos diga lo del tío.
Commander. Good
I gotta go.
Commander. Commander.
You've been with
Well,
CSEC
not
a
as
while.
much as you, but
No, concreto.
that case was a
¿Y
bit.
eso por qué?
We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was
So what was it?
both, actually. But it took us a while.
La bajaste.
So it went to his lab, hoping somebody's making a killing out there.
¿Y qué pasa con esto?
While I was interviewing one of
Ok,
them,
listo.
that was our big break. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow. That's the worst.
Why
part.
not?
By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen. All they had to do was disable that. Just wish I could have stopped him. I got the trick.
Vale, tenemos esto y vamos a hablar otra vez con esto.
Oh, before I go.
Tell me you
You were a
did.
sister?
Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? Tassoni?
Vale. ¿Qué tenemos que responder? Es esta. Tenemos Liana, tenemos... Me está pasando de las rayas. Tenemos que decir esto.
I don't see how my personal life is any of your business, Chief.
It's not. I just thought we were getting along pretty well, sir.
¿Y a quién nos? Creo que voy a responder la del medio. En caso del medio. O sea, esto es literalmente rechazar. O sea, para que entendáis, ese juego se puede salir con peña. Yo creo que esta vez vamos a tirar por Ashley. O sea, Liana no o sea, aquí hay tres relaciones. Está el pavo este, que solamente se puede con mujeres, está Liana y está Ashley. Aquí hacer team. Aquí hacer teams. A ver qué team sale. Yo de momento soy team Ashley. Voy a contestar. Es que no sé cómo me coño contestar. Y eso es un problema. Es que no sé si se está refiriendo a Tiara o a Ashley. ¿Sabes? En plan, creía que nos llevamos bastante bien con aquí.
We are. I'd like that to continue.
All right. But I'm the jealous type, Commander. Just so you know. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on family mail.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
After helping raise them, your sisters still talk to you? Amazing.
Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known, cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had 12 versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
He's not a zombie, is he?
You know, from heaven, wherever that is. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Everyone has the right to believe what they want. Says so in the Alliance Charter. Only with fancier words.
I'm glad you're open-minded about it. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Gotta admire those colonials. That's about the worst place for a colony I've ever seen. Given the option, I'd get the hell out of Dodge.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Ahora sí,
Looking
ahora sí
forward
que
to
me
it,
gusta.
Skipper.
Me ha gustado la conversación. Ahora sí. A ver cuánto llevamos. Porque que llevamos tal. A lo mejor este lo vamos más cortito. Y lo vamos un poco opaco con el otro.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
Con todo el mundo es lo que vamos, espero que...
What are you hoping to find?
Usually, people bring back something like a derelict ship we can use for salvage. But I need something bigger. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people. Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
So are you some kind of heir to the Quarian throne or something?
No, it doesn't work that way. My father's position isn't hereditary. I'll probably never serve on the Admiralty Board myself. Officially, I'm just the same as any other citizen. But it doesn't work that way in practice. People have always treated me differently because of who my father is.
You must get all kinds of special privileges.
I probably had it easier than most growing up, but it's not all good. People like my father have enemies, and they're not above using me to get to him.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage, something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
See you later.
Something I can do for you, Commander.
Carry on, Adams.
Aye, aye, Commander.
¿Qué más nos queda? Nos queda... Ah, pues no hemos hablado. Ahora lo pienso. A ti no hemos hablado. No queda nadie más.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight. Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
I take it the warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Vale, ¿quién más queda por hablar? Ah, claro. Otro. Otro, ¿verdad? ¿Qué pasa? El otro. Es que es muy... no sé, está rosa y fuerte.
Yes, Commander?
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Commander, next time we touch down, let's try not to park the ship in a colony of mutant zombies. Just thinking out loud here.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? You want me as your top of my class in flight school? I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me.
What are you talking about?
You mean... Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome. Brittle, even with crutches. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
I have to go.
All right, see you.
Yo creo que... ¿Cuánto llevamos? Llevamos media hora. Yo lo dejaba aquí. Hacemos un episodio cortito, un poco de... hablando un poquito con la peña. Y en el siguiente... ya lo hacemos de una hora. Es que el anterior lo hemos hecho muy largo. Llevo a compensar, lo llevo grabando de seguido, del anterior y este. Lo dejamos por aquí. Y en el siguiente lo hacemos más largo.